Yeah. Oh, look, we went into the game knowing it was going to be really tough. And it showed. Like, it was a really seesaw, pretty dour, to be honest. Like something from what we probably saw a couple of years ago in terms of that arm wrestle and low score. But credit to both teams who were in their contest, and they made it hard to score. I thought our third quarter was probably our best quarter in regards to our pressure that we applied, time and forward half. Just couldn't get that 2 or 3 metres of space to put some scoreboard pressure on, which would have made it all worth it. Probably kicking the ball, in terms of shots on goal from a bit that touched too far out and didn't make the most of it. So, to be a goal down at three-quarter time against a really strong team, we thought, okay, this is a good start and a good position to be in. We had Kate Darby go down really early in the game with a calf, which kind of, didn't help our ruck and our tall kind of combination, which is, you have to deal with that. So really wrapped at Mel Bragg, did a great job there to try and fill that void for us, and the rest of our girls kind of, doing different things. But, a bit fatigued in the last quarter, I think, and we were trying to win the game in the last quarter, so a few of those decisions we made probably put our defence at risk, and they scored pretty well off the back of, a clean and time in front half, and the way they played together was good. So overall, there's lots of positives to take away from it, but the scoreline probably, shadows a bit of how the game was played, to be fair. Oh, no. Yeah, look, it wasn't ideal, but it didn't really hurt us too much. Piper's first game, so she was just, getting her way around the game for the first time, and, a bit of a head knock. She had her HIA assessed and was fine, caught up okay from that, so no problem at all. So, I don't think they got on top of us in that period, but it probably wore down a few of our players in between to try and, support that space. But she'll learn a lot from that, and we'll be better for her getting that practice in today. I'm not too sure yet. I haven't seen any medical team around the assessments. I know Jackie Parry, had a bit of a knee soreness, but she was strapped and ready to go back on the ground, which is a good sign too. So we'll see some clarification on those two particular. It was all right, wasn't it? Yeah, she did pretty good for her first game at 18, 19 years of age as a defender against a premiership team. She didn't look out of place, did she? So she did her job, looked pretty strong in contests, and moved the ball pretty well when she had a chance. So she'll be better for that too. Yeah. 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 They did, yeah. We just said the same thing to the girls before. Like, our defence was super all game. Like, Rach played a bit behind the ball as well to support our deep defence. Gunj, Meg, G Rankin had a great game as well. They were really solid for 4 quarters. Another pump early too. So that again, with that comes comes the fatigue factor at certain times. I thought Becky Webster was trying her best to try and get up the game and give us a bit of run and speed and carry, but they were really, really good. Garner and Riddell and these guys just had their way with our midfield, which hopefully we can get better at and learn some lessons. I thought our mids, Neens, George, Croc as well, fought a pretty good fight in there, but early it looked like they were really connected as a North Melbourne midfield, and they played a great game. Of course she is. Like, she had basically a whole tag there. As a forward you are tag, I know that, but yeah, she found it very hard to get some space to get her hands up at the footy, and I don't think the conditions played a big part in her not getting too much of a look at it, but she did still show that she was dangerous one-on-one if she gets some time and space. But we're okay with her getting that attention. We'll back her in. Yep. Well, we reflect on in the coach's box prior to coming down. What are we coding? What are we going to focus on in regards to the feedback? And I think we just got to go back to what worked well for us in terms of our strengths today. Get a few measures around contested ball right for us against what will be a really good midfield with Marinoff and Hatchard and that crew. Be a good challenge for Piper to go in there and ruck against Allen and the likes. So again, it's around our contested method and our first phase footy, but then making sure our looks in front of the ball and behind the ball are well set too. So again, just a bit of an overview on what we need to focus on for us for the next 12, hopefully longer weeks. But Adelaide are another tough opponent, so bring it on.